mean, this is just gaining experience. You look at what Italo sits in the rankings. He's at number 4 and wanting to clinch that final 5 spot. But, you know, at number 4, you know, that's, you know, 2 surfers get on a heater behind you, and you might find yourself out of there. So this is important for Italo to build momentum.
There we go, Italo Ferreira deep in the barrel, and this one's going to run away from Ferreira.
That's the risk of going really deep in the lineup, is that you get behind it. And unfortunately, that one did not stay open for him.
Here we go, Matthew McGillivray. And also he's getting axed there, but is able to withstand that lip and fight his way out of a barrel. Now he's going to go to turns. Patient off the bottom, hooks off the top, the bottom drops out, and he handles that to show complete control for the finish, and jumping off in just mere inches of water on the inside.
You know, so again, just these local weather conditions playing a bit of havoc as we watch the replay here of Matthew McGillivray forcing his way through that section. You know, this one looked like a nice steep section to go for the turn, carves it into the foam and holds on, and then dives off. Look how shallow it is right there. Kind of dove off with all his body flat. So it's a very shallow water dive.
Here we go, Ferreira stalls, doesn't find the barrel there. Second attempt, no barrel there. He kicks out, still searching.
Yeah, he knows how important it is to find the barrel here to get any real substantial score. So he understands that.
McGillivray, an up and out, so all of our surfers still searching.
Let's see what happens here. It looks like a little look, a little sniff.
Dora has to come around this first section. Little check turn behind the curtain and in the white room for just a sec before kicking out. Well done.
So this is a number, you know, 25 minutes in the heat. Let's watch it. You can see he fades it and then underneath stalls. That's a timing, it's a stalling technique that he did very, very well. We saw Chris Moore do that actually earlier.
A 3.03 will take him to the lead. I'm suspecting he'll get that and more. Here we go. Italo Ferreira disappears and just gets gobbled up.
Giant clamshell just swallowed him up.
McGillivray needs to be very selective on using that priority. Meanwhile, under priority, here's Yago Dora. Long line in front of him, finds the bubble, comes out cleanly. A nice arcing turn off the top and another stab in the lip. And the wave's running out of water, but Yago Dora belting off a nice barrel and comboed it up with 3 turns. There you go. And now Yago Dora really is going to take command of this heat.
And that's an example of it, because he saw that this one was going to have that cleaner face. Again, nice clean barrel, disappeared from view, maximize the barrel time, and then why not rattle off, I wouldn't say rattle off, drive through a couple of maneuvers here on the inside. So good work here for Yago. This is going to be a great score. Best of the heat, obviously. As you see, again, stalling technique and then speeds up. So the timing, technical barrel riding skills there on offer. And then goes to the rail. Beautiful snaps. This wave is really fun for turns because it has so much juice on it. Again, you see that stalling technique, and then there, pick up a little speed. Nose has disappeared there for a period of time. Comes out nice and clean. You know, it didn't get tapped by the water at all. Just a little tap on the elbow there. And then the carves. So adding more points just by maneuvers. So again, a great mix here on a smaller wave, but maximize the scoring potential.
But really taking advantage of that more southerly swell angle as we look at this. So he gave himself a ton of opportunity because the longer wall enabled him to get the maneuvers after the barrel is.
I know one of the most vocal out in that lineup is Raimana Bandacieta. He's always one to hear. You can hear him rooting for set waves.
Yeah, up and down with Matthew McGillivray. So he utilizes priority air to McGillivray. Priority now shifts to Italo Ferreira. Ferreira using his priority. Has to come around this first section. Stalls for the barrel, gets in the barrel, dragging an arm, spending more time. Little carve. This wave goes into deep water before Italo kicks out. So biggest barrel so far. Not as long as Yago Dora's, but it'd be interesting to see the contrast in numbers between last of Yago Dora and last of Italo Ferreira.
That's true. Well overhead here. Good technique. Again, the little stall there, that little subtle down carve on the face, just as a timing element to use your ability to get underneath the hood. Right there, that little stall. See that little tweak? That slows the board down. That gets you the ability to get underneath the hook there.
And these two waves contrasting are showing two parts of the reef too. You can see Italo, as we see this in the slow motion replay, this is more of a west element, right? So not as long of a wall, more intense wave, but it runs out of wall real quick because it runs straight into the channel.
Yeah, and you did time this one well. He would have loved to have had it be a little bit deeper. You know, you see the nose of the board there. Again, great how he was able to read the fact that it was going to tighten up, so he stays high in the barrel to come out of it. But this is going to, you know, add some pressure back onto Yago.
Here we go, Yago. One pump, working down the line. Has to skip this first section. He's not going to get anything out of this ride. He's just going to kick out in the channel.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's that wonkiness that's happening in the lineup right there that just unfortunately didn't stay open for him. It was a good read, though. He was looking at it, thinking it was going to barrel.
Italo taking a look here. This happened during the break, and that's not going to factor into his top two waves. Italo still trailing Yago Dora, needing a 4.17. Winner of this opening round moves straight into the round of 16. Ferreira off the bottom, snaps right in the pocket. This wave's going to go straight into the channel, and you can see the fat water as the wave hits the channel. Maybe a little inside double up, very shallow water here. Ferreira,
why not?
Kicks off.
I love it.
Air reverse, and that is some unusual lines and progressive surfing applied to Taupo.
And zero fear, because obviously you go and do something like that, you're putting yourself in a very delicate situation, as you can see. But he completed it with no worries, and he got himself back in the lineup. Nice carve snap into that section there. Again, manufactures the score. This wave, you know, everyone let go. They didn't want it, you know, and him being with that third priority says, yeah, you know what, I'll just see what happens. And sure enough, big lofty air, lands backwards. You know, again, that is just so shallow right there, and pulled it off clean.
Well, this is world champ stuff right here. When you can pull out moves unexpectedly and put them down. Having this in your back pocket is so valuable as a competitor. And Italo Ferreira just does it again. I mean, you got to watch your knuckles under the duck dive. Here we go. Yago Dora answering back, and just a short barrel for Dora before he kicks out.
That was awesome. I really like what Italo did there. It looked like to me kicking out was the best thing to do.
Ferreira live action. Up, out. Just surfing under priority. Yago holding to second priority.
Yago trying to get an opportunity with a minute to go.
Talking about the south piece of the reef. Tucks under the lip there. Needs a little bit more to get the score. Big snap to airdrop, and he kicks out the back. A 3.82 is all that he needs to turn this heat. I want your initial reaction, Peter Mel.
It's one of those things again, man. It's right there. Smaller wave, right? You know, even smaller than his 4.33. Definitely not as deep here, but this snap, that was a critical section. That was kind of a cool section. Again, very shallow underneath him. Carried a lot of speed through that maneuver. But, you know, now that I watch it, I think maybe even just a tinge shy, but we'll see. I mean, it's literally right there. It could be yes and no. You see me just kilter there? I was like, yes, oh, no, no. But it looks like it's going to come in. It's going to be enough.
Slowly populating the numbers, and Italo does it with a 4.
No, Yago did it.
I mean, I'm sorry, Yago does it
and that's
with
why.
a 4.33, and that's because of this maneuver for Yago Dora. So he steals this heat. McGillivray on the backhand needs more than just a turn, because he needs a 5.14. One carve off the top. This wave gets a little sleepy into the channel, maybe hoping for a double up that we saw Italo get, and the answer is no for Matthew McGillivray. Italo Ferreira has not clinched his position in the final 5 yet, and Italo Ferreira is heading towards the elimination round.